That is the only way to start a YouTube video, in my humble opinion. Okay, hi. So, back at it. I'm out of my little YouTube slump. I was going on this whole like Reddit search, came up on my feed where it's like things, like genuine things that guys want to know about girls but are too afraid to ask. And given that my audience is mainly male on here, I thought this would be educational to you guys and I think entertaining for the girlies that are on here. First question is,
say my younger brother's male friend asked me if girls get turned on when inserting a tampon.
The answer to this is no, but okay. This could just be a me thing and not an every girl thing, but if you've ever, you know, played with yourself on your period and you have a tampon in, I don't know why, but it feels so fucking good. And it's probably because the tampon's rubbing against your G-spot, and so that's what I'm assuming why it feels so much better, but yeah.
This one's been bugging me for years. When a girl's on her period and she takes a bath, how much blood gets in the water? Is it a noticeable amount? I'm assuming you don't want a tampon in there because it'll absorb the bath water. I know most of you ladies are taking showers nowadays, but it's something I thought of a few years ago and I've never gotten an answer.
So first of all, having a tampon in you, in the bath, it won't absorb the bath water. But no, I've been in the bath multiple times on my period without a tampon or anything, and no blood comes out. No, we don't have to wear anything, and if girls do wear a tampon in the bath, it's not absorbing the bath water. But that's a good question.
Do any of you genuinely like giving blowjobs?
It depends on the person type of thing. For me, it doesn't turn me on to give a blowjob, but knowing that the guy's getting turned on is what turns me on. Does that make sense? And I feel like it's like that for a lot of girls. I don't think girls genuinely, at least from the ones that I've talked to and whatever, I don't think we genuinely get horny by like sucking dick, but like knowing that we're pleasing the guy and that the guy's getting off and that we're doing a good job, it makes you feel good because you know you're accomplishing something and you're doing good at it.
This is the worst.
What's the female equivalent of mooring wood?
Hey, these are all really like sexual. I didn't even mean to, listen, don't mind me. I don't think we have one. I think it's just that we don't have one. Because, so from my understanding, morning wood for guys, it doesn't even necessarily mean that they're horny. It just means that they have to like pee. That's what I've heard. I could be completely wrong. I have no idea. I can't speak for all girls, but when I wake up sometimes, if I have like a sexy dream, wake up wet sometimes in the morning, so that would be the equivalent. But I feel like guys always wake up with morning wood, so I don't know. I don't know if we actually have an equivalent for that.
Do women ever look at a guy and think, I want to go over there and whip his dick out and shove it in my pink love cavern? Or the female equivalent of saying, God damn, that guy's so hot, I want to grape as a means of illustrating your enthusiasm for wanting to have sex.
Me personally, I've never thought of wanting to grape someone. Putting aside the other part that he said, which is borderline, I think, criminal. I feel like with guys are more vocal with these things. As a girl, I know personally, I wouldn't think about me going over there and like grabbing his dick and whatever, but I would be thinking like, fuck, there is nothing I want more right now than for him to come over here and to like pin me down, grab my hair, like, you know, like we're getting, there's a little too much here. So yes, but I feel like a guy's version of that is different than a girl's. I feel like guy's version is like he wants to go over and just like, fuck her raw, like get at it. Whereas a girl, she's like praying that he comes over and does this. What are you most afraid of when talking to a girl? I feel like everyone is different, but with me, I think it's my face going red. My face gets red fairly easily. I feel like majority of girls that I've talked to have either said that they're scared of their face like going, like their cheeks going pink or red, or if they like say something stupid. I've heard a lot of girls say that they're scared like to talk to a guy when they're drunk because they don't want to like throw up on them, but that's like specifically a party like drunk sort of scenario.
How long do I have to wait until I can shit in your toilet? And I mean a full-on secure the hatches sort of shit.
That's an interesting question. I think it just depends. I think it depends on the girl. If I were to give you, I think if you were to be talking to a girl every day, not necessarily hanging out, but if you were to be talking to her every day and like hanging out at least a couple of times a week, at that point, I think give it a month and then you both will be like pretty comfortable with each other. I think at least. I don't know.
Not that important, but it came up in a conversation yesterday and it got me thinking. How do women feel about old school gentlemen? As in the hold the chair out, open the car door for you, stand up when you leave the table kind of people. I know some women who find it pretty embarrassing, as it's making a bit of a show, but surely a woman likes to be spoiled.
I've never heard of a girl that doesn't like that. If there is a girl that doesn't like that, it's probably a girl that's into like bad boys in the sense of I don't follow the rules, I hate everyone but you type of guy. I think majority of girls actually want a guy like that, that's like polite, cherish them, and you know, be gentleman-y, I guess.
What do you think about a decent-looking guy that continuously smiles at you while in public transportation? Does it seem creepy? What is the best thing to do to approach a girl without looking creepy or offensive?
It's so bad. Literally like pretty privilege. I'm so drunk right now. When I go to the gym, for example, if there's a guy that I personally don't find as attractive or maybe like older that like I'm not really into or whatever and he's staring at me, I'm like, ew, like turn the fuck away from me. Which seems aggressive and I'm sorry, but that's just like how I'm gonna think. I'm gonna be like, creep, stop looking at me. But if it's a guy that's, you know, a little more around my age, maybe a little bit older, and is attractive, then I'm like, yeah, keep staring. Like, there is a rule behind this. I think it's called like the double look rule. I'm not entirely sure, but this is what majority of people will stand by though. So if you're a guy and you're in public and you see a really pretty girl that you like and you want her to notice you, first you can look at her, smile, whatever, and if she like maybe smiles back or looks away, then that's fine. But if she doesn't look back at you, then that's probably a clear sign that you should be like, okay, don't approach her, don't do anything, like she was just being nice and just like looking at you, whatever. But if she ends up looking back at you, and now here's the trick, because she could be looking back at you to be like, is he still fucking staring at me, like should I be on high alert? So it's gonna depend on like the look that she gives you, like a suspect sort of look, then you know to just look away, don't bother her, whatever. But if she's looking at you like, I wanna love you, but I think you'd be able to tell by her face if she's either like what the fuck are you looking at, or like.
If I think a woman has nice shoes or cool colored hair, is it weird to compliment her on it if I do not know her?
A lot of girls like to get complimented. I think it's the difference of like how you do it. Just like tap her on the shoulder and be like, hi, sorry, I just really wanted to say that like I think your hair is really fucking cool and I want to let you know that I really like the color and I really think it looks good on you. Like I've had guys do that to me at the gym before and I've never gotten like a creepy vibe from them, even if they're older. Also, don't be too flirty either, because I think girls kind of have a radar for when a guy's just like talking to them because it's clear that he just wants to fuck you.
Are picnics a good date?
Me personally, I would say no because the weather. Oh fucking shit! Oh my god. It's a fucking feather. Oh my god. I feel like a picnic is not a good first date. It is a good date, but I'd say it's a good date after you get to know each other a little bit because like the weather's so unpredictable. The girl's gonna want her hair to be completely perfect, her makeup to be completely perfect, her outfit, everything. The lighting's gotta be perfect, and being outside is so unpredictable that I feel like no. But my perfect date is like in a movie theater where it's dark and they can't see me and there doesn't have to be much conversation, so.
What happens to all the food you eat? I can barely go 2 days without shitting. How do you go your whole lives?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of dedication. It's not even because girls just don't have to worry about that. It just gets absorbed into our bodies. For example, like that's why girls got titties. Like, where do you think all that fat's going? Our titties. Where do you think all the protein's going? Our thick thighs and our fat asses. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Honestly, kind of a stupid question because, duh.
I have a theory that women don't necessarily like to see men naked nearly as much as men like to see women naked. What I mean is that I think women mostly enjoy abs and the upper body of men, while men enjoy the whole body of a woman. Am I totally wrong, or am I on the right path?
I feel like this is like a yes and no type answer because, again, I can't speak for all of girls, but I think I think for majority of girls are really attracted to the face and like the overall like essence of a guy. Like if a guy, for example, has a really hot face and he's like maybe a little, I don't mean like tall, he doesn't have to be like 7 or 8 feet, but like, you know, like taller than her, stronger build, feels like, you know, like he can take care of her, like he like throw her around and whatever. I think that is more hot than just like seeing his dick or seeing his abs, you know what I'm saying? I think guys, when they look at a girl, like they want to see 3 things. They want to see the ass, they want to see the tits, and they want to see the pussy. Like I feel like all girls are gonna be a little curious on what the D looks like, but I think it's overall like how he's gonna like treat her in bed, like how he's going to actually fuck you. Yeah, you know what? I'd say you're on the right path.
Why do some of you fake flirt?
I want to read this answer. Honestly, it's a confidence boost. Even if we have no intention of letting it go any further than flirting, sometimes it's nice to save some male attention. I know it's shitty and try not to lead people on, but I've caught myself doing it before without consciously realizing it until after. Why do we do it? Just like that girl said, I think it's a subconscious thing. I think it's something that we do in order to have an ego boost, just like how guys maybe will do that just to see how many girls, but like instead of like literally just flirting, it'd be like how many girls he can fuck as like an ego boost to see how many girls he can get. I think with girls, like we don't necessarily need guys to fuck us for us to get an ego boost. It's more like how many guys will like give us attention and flirt with us. Again, this is not all girls. I'm speaking strictly for girls that are like me, I guess. I don't know. If a guy gives us attention and flirts back, then it's kind of like, okay, I know I can pull him. I just want to see if I could, which is so shitty. So the answer for that is literally just a confidence boost.
What is it like being able to see breasts anytime you want? Does it ever get old?
I mean, maybe it does because we get used to it, but not really. One thing I feel like a lot of guys don't know is that girls like to hold their titties. Like we hold them as like our like support system, our stress balls. Like when I'm laying in bed and I'm like reading a book or I'm watching like anime or something, I'll literally just sit there, lay on my side with one like hand on my titty just because it's like comfortable. So what's it like? Honestly, awesome.
What is the general opinion on a guy's height? I've tried to research this over the past year, and it seems like the consensus is that tall guys are better off mostly. To rephrase, could you write off a guy simply because he's not tall enough, or probably more rarely not short enough?
It depends. I think the height of a guy is literally so dependent on the height of a girl. For example, I'm 5'3". I'm fucking short. So any guy that's like 5'6", 5'7", or above is gonna be tall to me. Whereas a guy that's 5'6", 5'7" to a girl that's like 5'5" to 5'8" is gonna be so fucking short. So she needs a guy that's like 6 foot and above. If you see that a girl's short, she's probably not gonna care that you're like under 6 foot. But if a girl's a little bit taller, then you know that she's probably gonna prefer a guy that's taller.
Why the tight yoga pants on the street, or the clear underclothing visible pants type? Any explanation?
They're comfortable and they make your ass look good. I'm gonna start actually making YouTube videos once a week. I think twice a week really burnt me out. I know it sounds stupid because it's like, wow, your life is so hard. Yeah, I know. But I don't want to get burnt out and then wait a couple months to like post on here and not be consistent. But I hope you enjoyed. I successfully got very drunk.